Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another topic session today. And today we're doing a hangout and highlight with my good friend, Miss Niki Spears. Truly, man, I truly love what she does and what she's about and how she does her thing. She's been blessed to achieve some really neat things in her background and her journey. And not only has she achieved great things, but she is using those things to make a positive difference in our world. And I wholeheartedly believe that when you have people that are doing great things, you got to make sure you get support to them and show them that just love and tell them that, that you love what they're doing. Right. And so this is my opportunity to do that with her today. And first, I want to say thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with the Success Chronicles and for your support of the Success Chronicles. It's truly appreciated.
Well, thank you for all you do. I appreciate all the positivity you're spreading. So I think it's a win-win for both of us.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, I kind of did a little bit of telling about kind of what you did on your background, but if you don't mind, tell us who Niki Spears is and what you've been involved in.
Okay, that's a loaded question, so I'll keep it short. I grew up, Chip, in East Texas. I don't know if you're familiar with East Texas, a small town called Karnak, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up, and I've always been passionate about culture. And the thing is, people think that when we mention the word culture, it begins when you walk into a building, but actually culture begins the moment we're born. We're born into our family culture. And so just understanding the family component, family dynamics, and how it impacts young children and how it impacted me, I was really passionate about that. Now, if you asked me 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have said that was culture, but it is. Mm-hmm. And I really realized that when I started working as a Head Start teacher, and everything that I had learned in my family, I kind of took that to my Head Start classroom with my Head Start family and wanted to try some things out to give students a voice, families a voice, bringing in community resources. And really, that's where my foundation in education really started. So I got my foundation in education through Head Start, where I am passionate about helping students and families. And so from there, I went on and I've worked in other capacities within education, behavior specialist, curriculum coordinator, assistant principal, and just recently left my job about 4 years ago to co-create the Energy Bus for Schools Leadership Journey along with author John Gordon. And so in those 4 years, Chip, it's presented so many other opportunities for me because I was this shy, people probably wouldn't think I was shy, but I would stand up in front of my staff and feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. And now I stand up in front of hundreds, sometimes thousands of people.
Often.
And and give talks. And I found that's my place, and I never knew that. So if I hadn't taken that step of leaving my job on nothing but faith, with no promise of pay, and stepped into this space that God had created for me, I never would have known what I was capable of. But I feel that is where I belong. When I'm speaking to people, I feel the energy, and I feel that's where I want to be. So I grew up in a small town in East Texas and worked in education for several years, and I still consider myself an educator. And now just finished writing some books, and I'm an author and now motivational speaker. So that's the short version of my life.
And like I said when I did the intro, I think it's awesome stuff. And I think, your journey resonates with me because my journey is similar as well, coming from a small hometown and,
Where are
being an
you from?
educator.
Where are you from again?
I'm from Hearn, Texas,
Oh, okay.
over by Bryan College Station. And, just, fourth generation educator and just being around great people and
Yeah.
having a good faith foundation as well as education foundation. And then taking those experiences and using those as we grow,
Yeah.
as you talked about your journey, we got to have that continued growth. And
Yeah.
it's been a blessing to get there. And so I know by watching you do your thing, that it's not an easy thing to do,
Find, Chip, that you're constantly coaching yourself up.
Yes.
See, I find that too, that I've become my best personal coach. And so I have to coach myself up to do the things that I do. But like you seem so natural that people don't, that it is. It's you have to be courageous.
Yes.
Put yourself out there to do these things.
And just like, you talked about being shy,
Yeah.
similar way to me. I would consider myself to be an introvert, but my passion allows me to come alive.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And because I know on the other side of it, me being able to get out of my comfort zone allows me to make a difference in others.
Yes.
All right.
I feel your fire too. I haven't had an opportunity to see you speak, but I would love to because I can feel that energy.
Oh, we're gonna get the opportunity.
Maybe
sure.
Together one day.
I would love that. That would be definitely a bucket list thing for me. That's way out there. Like, man, this is crazy. Yeah. but we'll do that. Okay. But so you have a new project, a new venture that you're working on. Mm-hmm. And I see that, your background, you're on the bus and you're giving hand hugs there. So talk to us about that. What is that all about?
Okay. So, you mentioned before we started recording how you've seen some awesome things taking place since COVID. And I've seen the same things. I think, in these moments of struggle, you're going to see people either rise to their best and become their best self, or, sometimes it brings out the worst in some people. But I've seen a lot of awesome things that's going on. But this moment has given me the opportunity to write. I've always loved writing. It was a way for me to express myself. And I can't just write on a whim. I really have to feel it. And so I've always wanted to write children's books. And I started writing over this break that I've had because I haven't had a chance to travel as much. So I've written 3 books, as a matter of fact. And then the one
awesome.
I just launched last week, which is the Hand Hug, which I do have here with me.
That's awesome.
And these books are called Baylor books, named after my little grandbaby who's turned a year last week. And so she's the main character featured in the story. But the Hand Hug is all about, it's packed with how do kids learn to transform their negative thoughts. Because as a little kid, I struggled with that a lot. I felt really stuck in my thoughts. And I really thought, I thought these ideas that I was having, they were a part of me. But as I grew older and I started to learn more about thoughts and feelings, emotions, I realized that I had a choice as to whether or not I would allow those things in and believe those things. And I think that if we teach our kids early on how to deal with those thoughts we're going to have about ourselves, about others, about the world, then they're going to be better prepared to embrace challenges. And so that's what my books are going to be all about, is transformation of thoughts. How do we learn what are those skills, those strategies that we use to transform negativity? And one of the things that I talk about in the book with the Hand Hug, because as a kindergarten teacher, one of the things I would do with my little kids who would come in crying or anxious, I would grab their little hands and just hold their little hands in mine. And I'd say, do you feel that? and they look at me and they're not like, yeah. And I'm like, they don't know what they're feeling, but they feel something. I wanted them to feel that love that I had for them and that they were safe. And I said, that's a hand hug, right? And they would get all excited, and I would see those little tears dry up. And so that's what I wrote about in my first book, The Hand Hug.
That is amazing. That's good stuff right there.
It's good. I love it. And I've been getting some good reviews on it. So, and you know what? I presented it to my granddaughter on her birthday. So we had the launch of the book on my granddaughter's birthday. And I'm like, God, how perfect is that? That's so sweet. That's a perfect gift.
Yes. Perfect gift. I think too, you know, it makes me think about legacy, you know, just hearing you talk about, you know, the story and behind it, you know, that's an amazing legacy that you are living, you know, that you're living, you know, with your family and those that you're blessed to come in contact with, and it's good stuff. And we can all, you know, take notes from that and use that in our life to help spread that love and joy and positivity. So truly thank you for that. That's good stuff.
Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Yes. Well, if you don't mind, can you share with the audience where they can go purchase the book and look out for the upcoming books and show you some love?
Yeah. Well, right now it's on Amazon. I'm working placing it in a few more places, but Amazon is where they can find the book. They just type in The Hand Hug, Niki Spears. And then my next book is going to be coming out. And I'm trying to sit on Hand Hug for a minute because I'm finished with my nonfiction, which is titled The Beauty Underneath the Struggle, Creating Your Bus Story, Beauty Underneath the Struggle. And so it's all about how do we create these moments of opportunity by embracing and looking at struggle in a new way. Because I know, you know, when I was younger, Chip, and things, you know, I would have challenges and things would happen to me that I would perceive as horrible things or bad things. I didn't know how to get out of it. It's like I was in the mud, or it's like if I was in a car, I'm like spinning in the mud. And, you know, like I said, I've learned so much on my journey about how to embrace these things in a different way. And so in the book, that's exactly what I share is, you know, how do we create moments of opportunity when these kind of things like COVID happens, so that we're not just focused on self, but we're truly focused on service to others, because ultimately that's what we're meant to do. So I'm excited about that book too. But I'm trying to ride Hand Hug a little bit and spread some love through my hand hugs before
That's
I tell
awesome.
my story.
That's good stuff. And, you know, just hearing you say that, you know, makes me think about, you know, really there's no thing wasted. There's nothing wasted, no experience wasted.
No.
Everything that we are blessed to grow through, I think there's a blessing in every lesson. And we just have to be aware enough to find those blessings that we can take out of those and use those, like I said earlier, to help others.
Yeah,
You're definitely doing that, and you do that in what you do. And so
Thank you.
can you also share where they can follow you on social media so they can, you know, see the great works that you're doing and check you out? And, you know, if you're an educator or whatever, you got to have her come speak. She's doing some great things.
I would love to. I have fun with my educators. So I'm on Twitter at Niki Spears 4. Niki is spelled Niki. Some people want to put 2 Ks, but it's Niki. And then I'm on Facebook, Niki Spears. My author page is there, so you can follow me. And my website is www.nikispears.com.
Well, there it is. Well, again, just wanted to, you know, just hang out and highlight session, hang out and, you know, give you opportunity to talk about the amazing things that you're doing and truly highlight what you're doing. Because again, like I said, I think it's awesome stuff. And, you know, hope you guys can go out and, you know, purchase the books and show support and show us some love and keep doing your thing. It's great stuff.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All righty. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.